So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Hannah, how was the grilling for you?
I was ready for it. Like didn't feel like grilling after everything that happened. Like it normal.
It's
like
good,
this is life.
Thank you. Awesome. Guys, we are ready to move on. And now, thank you so much, first of all, dear jury members, for grasping this opportunity to present yourselves. I know it was hard. I know it was an untypical situation. And probably we now have a bit more empathy for startups that's coming on stage now. So, Stefan, where are you? Are you coming to join me?
Behind you.
Right behind me. Oh my gosh, should you be afraid?
No, I'm not. You were afraid, I don't know. They should be afraid. No, they shouldn't be afraid either.
It's too late.
All right, so we'll start with our pitch competition. You know the rules. They're very easy. You've got 3 minutes to present yourself. Well, not yourself, but your company. Investors don't care about, well, they care a lot about people.
They care about people.
And then we'll have a round of feedback from our investors. And in the end, we'll have a winner.
Yay.
And we'll have somebody actually talk about how it feels to be here and win.
It feels great. Even if I didn't win.
Last year I liked it. So
right.
We know, Jan, where are you? Come down on the stage. We know you're in a hurry to escape the summer heat and get the train back to Hamburg. So why don't we get started?
5 startups, 3 minutes per startups, 6 minutes for feedback. Off we go.
So this is the sign when we're skipping the next page. Welcome, my name is Jan, and I'm a little bit nervous because it's the first time that we're pitching about the idea that we have been working for the last 15 months. So, does it start? The slides? Yes, perfect. So imagine a world where AI and technology are merged to deliver the best patient outcome. Imagine a world where we have sensors like to predict and detect chronic disease early. But this vision seems to be so far away from reality. If we're looking at the richest country in the world, for example, no, the next one was right. We have more than 25 million people who aren't covered by health insurance. And healthcare is getting more expensive and expensive. People are skipping regular doctor appointments because they can't afford it. It's a huge problem, and we're talking about the richest country in the world. If we look at Germany, it's quite a little bit different, but we're focused on the US. So, what if there was a better way to put all the health data that we're already in our daily lives are collecting? What if we can turn this data into precise, personalized answers based on your needs and problems? Meet this world, meet into you. We are building your new personal health coach to turn and close the healthcare gap for millions of people. How are we going to do that? We are leveraging existing hardware and health data and combine it with rapid at-home tests, with current lab results, or the last doctor appointment, and turn it into precise, personalized answers. So the first step that we built, the first feature, was a simple integration of wearables. We already have them. I'm not going to ask how many people of you wear an Apple Watch or Aura today, but I think there will be quite a few. The next thing is collecting the data is quite easy. We're connecting it with rapid at-home test. Why? They doesn't require a lab. We build the technology. They don't require a doctor, so it's really affordable and fast. And we give you delivered insights within 2 minutes. At the end, you will need a dashboard with modules that are based on your health needs. They need to be personalized, and they need to be easy to understand. At the end, if you know your score, you want to find solutions, and those solutions can be quite different. For some people, it's unnatural foods, for others are habits, or a lot of people in the US are looking for products that can be proven, supplements, whatever there is. We're connecting this to our scientific database. At the end, it needs to be simple as a Trade Republic or N26 app. We want to have health, it needs to be fun. I don't want to look at an app which tells me I'm sick or which is not fun. So 15 weeks ago, we launched our beta program, and it took us around 12 weeks to attract more than 1,000 paying customers and to be sold out. And this feedback was a commitment, and it was a demand for us that we learned that people are looking for easy, affordable solution in the US. Welcome to interview. Thank you.
Thank you. Go on this Mikro. Do we need to have a mic for the jury? Now 6 questions, 6 minutes for the questions. Who want to start? Susanne.
which existing health data do you need? Because do I have to see a doctor before I can get into you?
The whole idea how we started is like, look at the people around you, and we use wearables. In the US, there are around 85 to 100 people who track daily their health. So that's the first touch point that we need. And based on those scores, or insights that we find on your answers, we can find possible tests or doctor appointments that can be required for you.
The integration of software, that's probably easy to understand. A couple of APIs. On the physical products, urine test, blood test, DNA test, how do you acquire that information, and is that not proprietary information for those other companies?
So if you look at the market, and we did that, you have a lot of diagnostic companies, Everywell, whatever. They're already providing their tests, and we can use their data if they have an API, but we already also learned providing our own hardware, white label, whatever, is like really low cost products for us, and we can ship that right away. We built the whole infrastructure from the production, the fulfillment in the US, it's all completely working automated, and we can scale based on the needs that the user really needs. For some people it makes sense to do a blood work, for some doesn't. And today, this morning, I just received the feedback from a customer who got this urine test, and she said like, it costs $25, which is nothing in US. And she took 4 tests and she found an infection that she wasn't aware of. And then we guided her to the doctor. She had an appointment, and it was an easy journey. And now she's really happy.
Why? How did you come together, you and your team, and why you are building this, and why for the US?
Can we go to this team slide? So there too. So that's the team, and the other one before. So it's my co-founder who studied computer science at the KIT. He dropped out. It was too boring for him. He had his own company for 10 years. He was building mobile apps. And my personal story is a long story, but I had a long journey when I was 16 with some chronic pains. And since then, I'm really aware of the topic of health. And I'm always asking myself, why isn't the human body digitized? Why am I going to the doctor when I'm sick, and how can I prevent it? And we assembled the slide before. We assembled a board and a team of CEOs, of advisors, of medicals, of scientists. We're working with the Fraunhofer Institute to really get into the technology part, to the recommendation part, and at the end, to track and monitor the real improvements.
What is your idea to scale the business?
What's the what?
The idea, the concept, the strategy to really scale the business.
So we're aiming to scale in the next 12 months to 100,000 users. And we found this niche by targeting Aura or Apple Watch users who are aware of the topic. We have a quite good offer for them. It's really low cost. It costs us below $1 to acquire them. We want to scale that with partnerships and paid and different channels. Right now we're working with 1,500 nutritionists in the US who are recommending us to their customers, to their clients.
I mean, it's always exciting to use such a tool and learn something new, getting feedback. What about long-term retention on a service like this?
That's the key. That's also the second question that we had in our mind when we looked at the model. So let's talk about levels health or whatever, glucose monitoring. I've used it. I'm using it for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and then I'm out. I got the feedback. I'm good. I know I don't want to spend $200 a month. So the product that we're trying to build, and I like to compare it with like Microsoft Office. We want to have a whole year membership, which is low price, let's say $5 or $10 per month. And then at each point of the year, you have different questions within your journey. And that's why also the recommendation part is very important for us. So we tested it before. We gave a basic recommendation, said, okay, let's look at your sleep score, and melatonin, magnesium could be a solution for you. And the people were like, okay, I want to buy the product now. Where can I buy it? And we said, okay, we don't want to sell supplements. We want to be your trustworthy partner. And we connected to third parties. And that was also a revenue stream for us. And the people came back. They said, okay, I'm going to retest, or I'm just going to use my habit plan, or I'm sharing it with my family. Right now, we're working on a shared family dashboard, because a lot of customers is really interesting. They're not buying it from themselves. They're buying it for their mom or dad who are in Pennsylvania, and they're based in Alaska, whatever. So the bet is people will stay, because health is not just a short-term thing. We believe long-term, adding more data can really translate into attractive retention rates.
Another question from my end. There are a couple of startups, especially pre-seed, seed, trying to solve the same problem right now. Can you name 2, 3 very close competitors?
So you can look at diagnostic companies like who are trying to solve the testing pain. In the US, it would be probably one would be VIII or Vivo. But connecting it with independent recommendations, like we compare like a layer, like a kind of future pharmacy. We haven't found a company yet within that space. If you know someone,
We can talk after the pitch.
that's good.
Do you believe that this concept will work in Germany?
Good question. Yes and no. What we learned, we tested the first prototype in the US and America, in the US, UK, Australia, and Germany. And the German customer is like, is my insurance going to pay for it? And what about data protection? The American is incentivized to not to get sick. So we had conversion rates between 5 and 10%.
Safe travels, Jan. We know you have to make your way back to Hamburg. Kushal, you're up next. And we'll wait for the timer. And
I think I'll use the same sign.
You're good to go. Go.
Yes. Welcome to XR, a motion capture and coaching intelligence company. So most of the existing fitness and physio programs right now are one-way communication systems and also way too generic. And the existing machine learning models that do provide some kind of tracking and also some kind of feedback capabilities require thousands of videos of exercises being done by different sizes of people, different backgrounds, colors, and this is very inefficient. And when we look at how we consume data, it's always been evolving from text to image, image to video. Now we're in the video era and it's moving to 3D because that's the most natural way humans communicate. And this is where XR comes into picture. What we do is we understand 3D very carefully, the motion capture and BioVision files. We motion capture certified instructors and convert them into high quality 3D skeletons. Now, this is used as label ground truth of correct exercise, wrong form, label ground truth is taught to our model. Our model also understands and produces synthetic data, automatic synthetic data by overlaying different models, backgrounds, colors, all of those things, so that we can get a far more superior motion tracking using any device, and also to be able to give real-time feedback and also collect all of the data that's related to it. And on the content side, this 3D BVH file also enables our customers to develop 3D exercise content at a click of a button. Yes, no, the previous one, yes. So as a product, our B2B API just connects directly into any application and integrates our motion capture technology at scale and also enables to hyper-personalize the user's experience. And we also sell a white label product where it's a customizable white label product with all of the features that I spoke about along with some reporting capabilities. So we are into a $97 billion digital fitness market, which I don't have to go too much in detail here. And yeah, over the last few months, we've been working with a variety of clients from schools, sports organizations, insurance companies, but right now we're focusing on our corporate wellness use case to deliver it to companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM for our latest fitness assessment module along with Chisel. Yes, the technology that we have built that understands BioVision files and can do so much with just one single recording is our biggest strength, and that's what differentiates with the other companies. As a business, we charge a monthly active user price on each user that our clients have, and for white label, there's an extra price per month. So with my experience in 3D and fitness and my co-founder Milan's experience in machine learning and neural networks, we're looking to build a holistic fitness technology for the future. So yeah, thank you.
Questions?
Do you know Kaya Health?
Yes, I know
Your
Kaya
competitor?
Health.
Do you
Yes.
work with? Do you cooperate?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
sometime in the
Could
future.
make sense.
I think that could be
Yeah,
our customer. Yes.
Yeah, since I'm from a health tech fund, so we look into outcomes, patient outcomes, or the cost. So from your perspective, implementing this let's say multi-channel software, that how incremental or how radical the impact on, let's say, with having precise motion, what's the impact on the patient? Like, is it life-changing for me? Like,
Yes. So most of the remote experiences that anybody has is, like I said, one-way communication system and way too generic, right? So if I do a squat and I make 3 mistakes, tomorrow I'm not supposed to do some other exercise that's on top of squats, which now all of the fitness app pushes to do, right? But our application understands he made a mistake, and next day it gives him a corrective exercise for it. 3 days later, it checks again if he did the squats right, and then it takes him to the next stage. So this is hyper-personalized according to the user, where he is at, and it's not one way fits all. So that's how it can change the experience.
When I understand correctly, there is a part of the solution is also a hardware part. How do you organize customer support for that and technical support?
No, there is no hardware. You can use it on your mobile phone, laptops, or anything.
Question regarding patents. Any secured or in the making?
No, we were looking to make some patents, but it's far more expensive, and I don't think it's. We don't really see such a huge game playing with the patents right now.
Same question. What is about long-term retention for your solution?
We are a B2B, completely B2B application. So right now, we are trying to advance their technology with the abilities that they can get, that they can track their users, see how their progress is happening, and give them a more hyper-personalized experience. So retention in terms of our customers improves a lot because of the feedback that they get and because of far more intuitive experience.
I'm following back on my previous question on the value of personalization. Like, how do you measure that personalization creates a positive impact on those people, like game-changing positive impact?
I think when you go really down, it's about how many mistakes have they been corrected and how personalized is their experience in the journey as they gone. I think this gives us enough data right now. Yes, maybe that doesn't answer your question, but
maybe I ask one other.
Yeah.
What is most exciting has been for you so far in your journey?
I think the euphoria every time we've had about the things that are first when we started working with children, we started working with only delivering physical education in a 3D manner, which the characters and avatars that they like. And then we started improving on our technology that can give them feedback in real time and also tell them that you're doing well, you hit the second count, you hit the third count, fourth count. And that whole experience that we saw in them with both the way each and every second it's an interactive experience, like how you have a personal trainer with you motivating you through this. I think that experience has stuck with us a lot.
Doing a B2B service, what is a typical ticket size you expect to get?
In terms of B2B,
tickets, so revenue per customer?
Right now, we're really just focusing on piloting with these companies and trying to build a strong case, but most of the customers, most of the clients that we are working with have minimum at least 100,000 users. Yeah.
What do you think is the target market that you can capture first?
Right now, like I said, we are focusing on the corporate wellness market, the companies that are working with corporate wellness.
Like a little bit more specific?
In terms of the users?
Like in terms of users, age rate, company size, etc.
Yeah, company size, I don't have a specific company size. So usually the corporate wellness companies are working with more than one company and they're trying to deliver something like that. But age 24 to 42 is what we're really concentrating on right now.
Thank you. What's the baseline you take for personalization or for measuring mistakes? Like, where is the starting point?
In terms of
for measuring mistakes, Hannah, like Hannah has mistakes in doing this exercise. What is the baseline for Hannah?
We get all of the understanding from American Council on Exercise. We have a person from American Council on Exercise defining the exercise-based rules and the ground truth.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, like starting from that foundation, it's about the foundation. Like this is assuming that that organization you're working with, they collected right data about me, like exact data, right?
Not about you, but in terms of general human exercise.
Yes.
Yes.
From general to personalized.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. Next on stage. Ronnie, come over here. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So,
Okay, I also do that.
2, 1, and go.
So, hey guys, I'm Ronnie. So today I won't talk that much about fitness or FitTech. I want to talk a bit about the problems we globally have right now, because we are like facing a lot of crises. It's a lot about climate change, it's about war, it's about like economic crisis, it's about like facing new disease. So I always ask myself, how can we solve all these problems? Yeah, so we won't all buy our ticket and fly to Mars with Elon, so we will be here a bit. So who's going to solve all the problems? And what I see is that it's much about the next generations, actually. Next generations will hopefully solve a lot of problems we have right now. Yeah, and that's why actually we founded the company Happy. So we want to give like female care from fertility to menopause. And the first touch point we had is a fertility problem we're facing globally right now, because what we are seeing is less and less childs are given birth every year. Yeah, so till 2100, fertility rate will decrease by 50%. So that's actually a lot. And we see in Europe 1 in 5 women is faced by infertility or fertility problems. In France, it's even more, for example, it's 25%. And we asked ourselves the question, is this somehow correlated to the most common female health problems we have right now, like bacterial vaginosis, recurrent UTIs, which a lot of women are facing right now or every year, and to things like health symptoms in your menopause, which are affecting 8 of 10 women in a massive way? And our answer is yes. So what we did is like focusing on the scientific field of the vaginal microbiome. So microbiome is a field that got quite popular in the last years, but no one is really talking about the vaginal microbiome. What we saw in our test is that problems with fertility are highly connected to a disrupted vaginal microbiome. In 80% of all cases, disrupted vaginal microbiome was a case. And in 50% of all cases with like symptoms somehow, we saw a disrupted vaginal microbiome, which is linked to a lot of diseases and potential problems. So what we did is we created Happy Belly. So Happy Belly is the first product we will bring for increased fertility as a direct-to-consumer product, which is like a cure for 3 to 6 months based on like over-supplementation, a vaginal lotion, and something we call the veggie cap. So the veggie cap is something that's actually is like a supplement, but you take it locally, so it's vaginal. Yeah, and that's the first product actually that's not just lactic acid, it's full of bacterial strains that are important for the vaginal microbiome and for the mucosis. Yeah, so I will skip that because I want to talk about the team. So we're a team of 3 people right now. We have Dorothea, who is an absolute incredible person and domain expert with nearly 20 years of experience in the field of microbiome research in US, Switzerland, Germany. We have Max for the operations and me for more the economic fields. And we have some great advisors around us. And yeah, so what we want to do is to find a lot of people that can get happy with us and to help a lot of people. And yeah, if you also want to get happy with us, scan the code and connect. Thank you.
Ronnie, thank you so much. Investors, please.
So one of my focus areas is women's health. Wanted to ask you, do you know what are the root causes of disrupted vaginal microbiome?
The root causes for it?
The root causes, yes.
That's quite broad. So let's say for fertility, the vaginal microbiome is linked to your estrogen levels. So the older you get, the more disrupted the vaginal microbiome gets naturally. So what we can do, especially for a case of menopause, for example, is building up the vaginal microbiome so the estrogen levels in the vaginal microbiome will also increase again. Yeah, so we can like push out the menopause a bit actually. So what we see in fertility is that it's often connected somehow to things like when you take the pill, or it's like overgeneration. Yeah, that's something that influences the whole thing, and it's a complex thing. Has to do with lifestyle also. Yeah.
So it's a female issue, but I'd like to hear what's the USP, because there's a very powerful pharmaceutical industry which provides similar products.
Actually, we looked on the products in the field of vaginal microbiome, and the only thing we found is products containing lactic acid. Yeah, so it's missing the bacterial strains, and that's the most important thing, to build up a whole bacterial microflora there that is beneficial for the specific goal. Yeah, so and it's like not that complex as you have it in your gut, because in your gut it's like a fingerprint. That's like I don't like the gut microbiome space a lot, yeah, because it's like highly personalized. In this space we have like different categories and types, and we exactly know the goal we want to go with. But for this, lactic acid is not the only thing you need. It's about bacterial strains and mucosis buildup. Yeah, so we're the first doing it.
Have you applied for patents?
Yeah, so we did it. Like we have the first process
Because
right now for
patent.
patent.
It's a very powerful competitor.
Yeah, for the formulation and for the capsule. Because one most promising thing is the capsule, because it wasn't easy to invent the capsule, because it's like different something you take oral. Yeah.
Have you done studies? So do you have already an idea what your impact is?
Yeah, so we had like a small user cohort for fertility study with 30 women. So we tested it like with 50 women taking the product and 15 women taking placebo. And we saw that within 5 months, 5 in 15 women got pregnant with our product. In the other class, like 0. So it's a 33% increased chance of getting.
How is your go-to-market plan?
So right now we focus on direct to consumer, because we are seeing, we're not competing with like IVF and things like that, but we see that it's like something that is much more tangible actually, and much more easier to do. Yeah, so that's why we do direct to consumer, but we want to set it up into a pharmaceutical product and find a ways into like the fertility clinics, female doctors, and into the space of pharmacies.
What is the cost of such a product set, and who's going to pay it?
Yeah, right now it's like, as I said, direct to consumer self-payment. It's €99 per month, and you do it for like 3 months. Yeah, so it's around €300. Yeah, but we will have a different price points for the next product we will bring, especially for like protecting from disease or infections. Yeah, and for menopause. But for a fertility program, it will be like 99 per month.
What is your roadmap? Are there any products in the making, planned? Yeah, tell us more about that vision.
Yeah, so right now we are focusing 100% on the fertility product, because we just win the game with like a good mixture of efficacy. So we have to have a good science proof and efficacy, also with a good brand. But we want to make excellent products. That's why we're focusing on this one right now. So we plan to launch the next product in 2025. Yeah, so and we'll focus on fertility for the next whole year.
How do you avoid to get copied?
That's a good question. Yeah, so it's important. So I think through the patents, through the science. So I think we can divide by showing it that's scientific proof, because often in the field of, let's say, consumer-based products like supplements, often the scientific proof is missing. Yeah, so if we show the efficacy by science, we show the patents, and we build, and that's one of the biggest assets actually, because we have this, like say, early or first mover advantage, and building up a brand where the people really trust in. Yeah, that's one of the most beneficial things you can have to like protect yourself from potentially being copied. Yeah.
Do you know a startup called DAI?
Yeah.
And how do you compare to DAI for this space specifically?
Yeah, they is doing, what they're doing are like oral supplements, I think, and they're also doing like testing for vaginal microbiome, but we can also do the testing, so that's something we offer. We also offer an NGS, next generation sequencing test, but there is no product in the end you really can take locally, and that's the only thing, that's something we tested, by the way. If you just take it orally, it won't work out, yeah, so have to take it locally, yeah, so, and that's the big difference actually from our product.
What is your strategy to convince physicians, because they are still the gatekeeper in most cases?
Yes and no. So what we saw is like through testing that the first thing like a woman's doing when there are potential problems with their fertility is going to a physician, yes, but then you have a quite long stage in between where you try different things out. You track your cycle, your temperature, for example, and you also try out different supplements and things like that, So, and then the next step or the end step is like trying it in a fertility clinic, So, and we are directly in between. So it's important, but it's not a must. Let's say, So what we want to do to convince the physicians, we already convinced some, So we have some physicians actually providing their patients with like, okay, that's a great product, but we will convince them with science, So scientific proof in a big range, Thank you.
Sorry. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect hand up. No, it's fine. Thank you very much. Ronnie, thank you so much. Great pitch, and on stage, welcome Özgül, and we'll start the countdown for you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the club. I am Özgül Dalkılıç. I'm an industrial product designer, graduated from Istanbul Technical University, and for 15 years I have worked as a creative director for the Turkish brands. And 5 years ago, the passion of my sports, I founded FitTech Club. And for the FitTech Club performance wear, we are manufacturing in Turkey and exporting now UK and European countries. And we have reached 20,000 people for now. And last year, we want to make the FitTech Club one step further. With the technology, we made VIII Club. And we try to solve the problem of the wearables, unclear data, concentration problem, and try how we solve design and technology in a multidisciplinary way. And what's our aim? Increase the user's performance and decrease their carbon footprints. And okay, we can change. And with our team, designers, engineers, developers, doctors, and professional athletes working on this project now from Istanbul Technical University, and we are 22 people. What's our target? People who are exercising 2-3 times in a week, getting an app, and being a member of a club, like here, FitTech Club. And also, we want to change the way you dress, because we say that, because future is you, future is us. So we say be active, and how we did it, we will do it more visible, more usable, and more gamer in the zone. Okay. And VIII Club performance-based smart clothes for non-traditional sports, and also an application, hardware and software. Okay, and how did we get the health data with the sensors and actuators that warms you with the vibration or with the light? So the cloud system, and understand how your body performs. And then like work as a following PT and warms you when you are in a different situation. And then also calculate your carbon footprint. It's a sustainable project. Wearables are sustainable. So also with the materials, we want our brand more sustainable. Okay, and make you free and active. Yes, we are doing our MVP. We are working on the UI UX designs and want to increase the performance and decrease the carbon footprint with the UI UX also. Okay. And the science behind all over, wearables, and the science behind and flexible sensors. We are working on it with the R&D project. And here are MVP and the phase 1. We are here. Thank you.
Let's start with questions.
Does it substitute my Apple Watch?
Apple Watch?
Yeah. My Apple Watch. Does it substitute my Apple Watch?
Yeah. Apple Watch, your phone, your computer. Yeah, you can see your data from your Apple Watch by the sensors and your Apple Watch.
Probably a mean question, but we just listened to OXA right before these pitches. How do you differentiate to OXA, and what is your USP there?
OXA, you say the OXA?
OXA, the founder, OXA, the founder who was sitting there right before the jury was grilled.
Actually, I don't know him, sorry, but I thought that just software he has, but we had the hardware and the software with the Bluetooth system. So, but there are few players in the world. Now we want to be the first ones, of course, by how we can differentiate by a really good mobile application. We want to differentiate and also good design.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's say I'm in your target users category. How will you convince me to start with you tomorrow or today?
How
Will you convince me, like, to start tomorrow?
Yeah, actually, end of the year, we will start to sell the products. And after that, in 2 years, we want to reach the 20,000 people by subscription and the products.
What is the pricing of the clothes and of the
A normal jersey, like Rafa, selling is 200 euros. And our aim is to sell it 250 euros, like 20-25% more than an exclusive sportswear.
Okay, like really, I tried many things in my life. Why would I follow you now?
Why you follow us? Follow me.
Yes.
Because I am have the passion of sports and want a long-term world brand.
What's your marketing strategy? How will you find customers?
Actually, we have 20,000 customers by FitTech Club now, Europe and UK. They are waiting for the products, actually. But D2C, directly we know this for 5 years. How? By the online websites, by the other websites, by the technology and sports fairs. We want to get the community bigger and bigger and bigger.
Is there any issue with washing machines? I mean, and
for the first phase, we will make it portable for the hardware and the battery. But in the second 2 year, third year, we want it all washable.
Okay.
If you already have a successful company, are you looking for an investment in FitTech Club, or?
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, there was that slide. Yes, we are for the proceeds for the first time. We are looking for the investors for our R&D team and capsule collection.
Is that then an investment only in FitTech Club or in the parent company that also includes the past success?
Now, the parent company, FitTech Club, is investing in the FitTech Club. But next year, for the marketing, we will be out of money, we know. Because of this, now we try to find an investor.
All right.
Where do you produce, in Turkey or in other countries?
In Turkey, yeah. But the hardware from China, like sensors, not Turkey. But we are combining it and the textile, innovative textiles from Turkey. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Right. You guys are still energized? Yeah. Last pitch, okay? So come on stage, Judah. This is, by the way, our baby startup. Very early stage, so now you're gonna hear the baby pitch. Yes. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yes, so thank you first that we have the chance to pitch our baby pitch. We are really early, so I'm more than thrilled to take you that early with me on our journey. So, yes. So I start with a hard fact. 40% of Germans are currently suffering from a chronic disease. However, 80% of these diseases could be prevented with the right lifestyle actions and, first of all, the right mindset. But how do we start? First of all, we have to know our biological processes. Every one of us and our health is like a unique and complex blueprint, which we have to understand. So one recommendation which works for me really good won't work for you. So we have different problems in the prevention process right now. That's where we start with prevent. So when I drop the microphone now, I have the responsibility to pick it up, right? So I have the ability to pick it up. And that's what we want to create with prevent. We want to give people the ability to take on their own responsibility for their health. Yes, so I won't focus on the market. However, we want to focus on the German market, as we see currently a mindset shift and we see huge problems in the German market. So that's why we create Prevent, a digital platform that creates a holistic view of your health and ultimately guides you through the prevention actions. So we started with our prototype, which integrates different data sources, first of all wearables trackers, and our core value is right now the blood values, which we are getting via direct labs or working with direct labs. So the patient is coming to us, is booking an appointment at a direct lab, and we are getting the blood values. Based on these different data sources, we are creating prevention actions and ultimately a holistic view of your health. So what is our stage right now? We started 2 months ago full time, so we are really, really early stage, and created the first MVP, and are currently looking for angel investors who are joining us on our journey. So who is behind Prevent? We are currently a team of 3, with me, my co-founder who has a focus on sports science and preventive medicine, and our third co-founder who studied biomedical engineering. Yeah, so thank you, and I'm happy to answer all your questions now.
Julia. Questions?
What do you think it takes really to build like an accurate, let's say, a holistic view of patient health? And why wouldn't like Apple attempt to do this, like having what they have, the data and the technology and so just your view.
Yes, so we are really focusing on a scientific base. So all our recommendations are scientifically proven by publications, and this is the base of our algorithm. So I think it really takes a scientific perspective to get like really good and reliable prevention actions.
Maybe a follow-up question on this.
Yeah.
If we invested now in your company and provided you with 18 months of runway, can you walk us through kind of the next 18 months, which milestones you want to hit? How long does it take to get the MVP ready, and what is the target group?
Yes, so maybe I start with the target group. We are at first targeting health-aware people who are already aware that prevention has a huge importance. However, we are also currently talking to insurance companies because one of our core values is affordability. So we really want to reach the broad mass. There are already some competitors out there who have a more exclusive approach, I would say. So our ultimate goal is to have more a B2B2C approach and work with insurance companies. For the milestones, I mean, we just started. Our plan is to have a finished prototype this year and then go into beta testing. And it wouldn't be an honest answer if I would now tell you all the milestones for the next 18 months because we're in such early phase.
No, perfect. Thank you.
What is the pricing model if you work together with, for example, insurance companies?
Yes, so as I said, we start with a D2C approach, so it will be fully paid by the end user for the start. However, the pricing model for the insurance company is we are talking to health insurance companies, but also life insurance companies, and we are kind of partnering with them, or the plan is to kind of partner with them. So I can't honestly say you any pricing point right now.
Which data would you need to start with a
Yes, so actually
holistic health view on me?
Yeah, so actually that's kind of a challenge we are facing. We are integrating wearable health tracker to have the first data points, but then we would need an initial blood draw. But however, the algorithm just gets better over time. So we advise our customers to have a blood draw every 3 to 6 months. And yes, that's expensive. However, we also offer the solution that you can upload your existing lab results, but I mean, we all know that people are lazy, so yeah.
What is the biggest risk you have in mind now?
I mean, the market, as we already heard, like there's a lot of things happening in the market, and I mean it's a digital business model, so I think it will be kind of a winner takes it all market, or like at least a risk. So I think you really have to operate now on speed. Like we have to really like speed up.
And what will make your solution really unique?
I mean, I think there are different things which makes our solution really unique. Well, one part is the partnership with DirectLeg, so we have like a good reachability for the patient. There are currently like solutions who like have 1 or 2 labs out there, but yeah, it's not really I don't know, comfortable for the patient. And affordability, like it's not or it shouldn't be like an exclusive product just for like a high income target group.
What would be the first resource you would like to hire to enhance the team skill set right now?
Yes, so we would need a new or extra technical developer. So yeah, we are currently looking for a full stack developer to add to our team.
I mean, there are a lot of challenges when we talk about holistic health, mental health, you know, what is cause and effect, what is causing you know, how do you build that like holistic database actually that collects all the data points, and how many data points are you like right now collecting? And like,
Yes, so as I said, we start with wearables trackers to have like already existing data and like the health history with a questionnaire. And then we start with blood values because like you can see the most in blood. However, we are planning to like expand our services through microbiomes and genetics and like to get as many data points as possible, because with more data, like we know your body better, and then the recommendations will be also better.
Is there any idea to work together with physicians or doctors?
Yes, so we kind of
develop that.
Yeah, so like our point is really to build in the existing ecosystem and not build an extra ecosystem. So we are like really in front of the physicians. So yeah, the ultimate goal would be to work with physicians. However, we talk to many, and yes, we can keep on the discussion.
Julia, one question. Was it your first pitch?
Yes.
That was your first pitch. Right, guys, awesome. So, how did you enjoy the competition? Ooh, let's try it again. How did you enjoy the competition, guys? All right, thank you so much for all your thoughtful questions, dear jury. Thank you for pitching, guys. It was great. So what happens next? The jury will need a couple of minutes to decide on the winner of the FitTech Award. And in the meantime, we'll have the winner of the previous year here pitching and telling us what happened since the last time he pitched. So Elle will take care of you guys. Just, you could go over here, take a bit of time to decide on the winner. I know that's going to be a tough one. And last year, you guys might remember that we had Christian Zwicky on stage, who rocked the stage and won. And I think Christian... So, you were dressed up a bit different last time. I'd like this one better. So now it's time to pitch again. This is the cool down pitch for everyone. It's out of competition here. You're not allowed to compete, but you're allowed to pitch.
Okay, no slides.
No slides, as last time. It's tough, I know.
But not 3 sharp.
And 3 sharp minutes.
Come on.
Yes. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Deep breath intelligence. We detect biomarkers in smallest traces in our breath, applying artificial intelligence. This opens a completely new window to our body and allows new approaches for pharma research, academia, and clinical applications. So what's the problem? There are 100 million US citizens suffering from sleep apnea. 50% are not well diagnosed. There are only 7,500 specialists on sleep in the US. These people are not only snoring, they really get diseases. High blood pressure, heart failure. They will not live longer than 10 years. So what's our solution? How to trace these smallest molecules in our breath, each exhale 500 biomarkers. How to do this? Our first idea was our dog Marla. She has a great nose, highest sensitivity, and even DI. You know what DI is? Dog intelligence. But she's really poor in documentation. So we had to go for another solution. We use high resolution mass spec, and we apply machine learning algorithms on it. That means we really identify the biomarkers which come from your body, and we can detect also diseases at a very early stage, preventive medicine. So what we have in place is also an offline collector. So what you can do, you take this from home or from the pharmacy, you breathe in, you send it in to the lab. In the lab, there is a high-resolution MS. We apply our machine learning algorithms. Then we send this to the cloud. The test report comes then from the lab to the doctor or the patient, and everything will be reimbursed by the health insurance. So this is the process. We expect to have $50 for the test. The offline collector costs $5. The machine learning algorithms about 5 to 10. So we are in the range of about 70 to 80% gross margin. So where are we in the game? We have actually developed IP. We have just filed last week IP on the offline collector. We have IP on our machine learning algorithms. And what we are also doing, we have customers in place, 400,000 revenues per year with pharma companies. 5 blue chip pharma companies working on clinical studies with us. But we will leverage our model as soon as we have the offline collector in place, which we still have to validate. Our market is the US and Europe. So, we have a great team. I myself, I'm in sales and marketing for many years, 25 years in the industry, medtech, and I know how to sell, and I know how to create innovation. We did more than 80 products in the field so far, and I have a great team with a medical director and with 2 other experts from with PhD status. So, for some, breath is waste. For us, it is an opportunity. No, not an opportunity, it's a treasure, and we have the key to the treasure. Thank you so much.
My dear, you're getting old.
I know. I had to breathe, you know.
Last
That's horrible.
time-
I had to breathe. Yeah,
Last
time was
time,
in time.
you made it in 2 minutes.
I know. Yesterday, I had a 15 minutes pitch. So that's difficult to adapt then.
So tell me something. Last time you pitched in September 2022. What changed since then?
I found friends. I have a family. No, and of course, it's very nice to have a first place, which you can also show to investors and to other people. You can do lots of LinkedIn posts, and it also for our team, it's very important to know that our solution is well accepted, that it's really innovative, and that people understand that preventive medicine is really important and precision medicine. So
What changed on the product side for you?
inside, well, to be honest, I mean, this, even if we heard it before, even if you pitch well, doesn't mean that the money just comes in like this. You still have to work hard, and you have to have lots of, in the end, it's the figures, it's the KPIs, it's the business plan, it's not the pitch. So this didn't change. You still have to do hard work.
What piece of advice can you give to founders when they're pitching and they're looking for funding?
Well, 2 different things, as I said. One important thing is you have to have in your story something, because normally you pitch against 20 others. And this is, when I walk out, normally the people come and say, oh, you're the guy with the dog. You have to have something where the people recall who you are. Maybe in the dressing, nice, yeah. may it be in something else. They have to, because they listen to 15 different companies and they walk out and they don't remember you. And so I think it's really important to have something where they, something emotional you can bring in. And for investors, yeah, there I think it's very much about network. I don't believe anymore going to a show that you will find an investor. You have to find people, Andreas, for example.
Hello, Andreas.
Dennis, who say, this is a cool guy. This is a cool guy. Look at this. Look at what they are doing in the team. So, and I'm still waiting for his investment, but this will come, I'm sure. So
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure.
So how much have you raised so far?
We have raised 2.75 million, and we're right now in a 7 million round, which is quite a lot for this point in time. So we're still looking for a lead investor as always, but I can tell you if you are in the health sector, regulation, and this is really expensive, and documentation. Even with 7 million, this will take 2.5 years. If you go to the US, very expensive. So we need big money.
What's the hardest part of your business for you right now?
The hardest part is certainly the situation we are in and finding a lead investor. You need a lead investor. So I count my money every week. Yeah, how long it lasts. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. All right, we are slowly starting with the prizes, and the first very special prize that comes, so please, Christoph, come on stage, is from our friends from ISPO. And Christoph, just let me ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Who are you and what is ISPO for those who don't know it?
First of all, a warm welcome on behalf of ISPO as well. Great pitches from all the startups I've seen today. My name is Christoph. I'm head of ISPO Brand New. ISPO Brand New being a startup program we conduct as part of the ISPO Group being one of the biggest B2B sports business networks and platforms in the world. And the startup program we are conducting, we are doing it since almost 20 years, and brands like GoPro, On, Maloya, Nixon, they all started in our competition. We are not into equity, so we are just accelerating startups by giving them visibility and also creating valuable connections to meet the right people at our events.
All right, so tell us what is your special prize actually? What does it actually mean? What's your special prize?
The special prize is, and I'm very honored to be here and to be able to select one of the startups, is a free participation in our startup program, ISPO Brand New, which means the possibility to be one of the startups in our startup village during ISPO Munich with more than 50,000 B2B sports business professionals and meet investors. In a lucky case, also be able to be one of the selected startups that have the opportunity to pitch live on stage during the 3 days of our event, ISPO Munich. So that's, I think, a nice opportunity for one of the startups that wants to enter the sports market.
Yeah, I'm also very excited about Brand New. I'm in the jury from this year, and I'm really looking forward to new startups. So, speaking of startups, why have you selected the winner without telling us the name first?
Yeah, so of course I have a slightly different perspective than maybe the investors, because on the one side, we need to see which of the startups can be accelerated the best way on our platform. And then on the other side, I also have to consider the stakeholders we have on our platforms. What do they expect, and what is the biggest value they could take out of one of those startups? So I looked carefully at the pitches, and I've seen one of the startups where I see, okay, that's probably the best fit for ISPO Brand New.
So let's reveal the name. The winner of the special prize is...
The special prize, and congratulations to participate in ISPO Brand New and get a sponsorship from ISPO, goes to FitTech Club. Congratulations.
Awesome. That's cool. How does this feel like?
Really so good, really. It's like a dream because I love ISPO, passion of sport. So it's so honor for me, for my team. Thank you so much. Thank you from ISPO and from FitTech Club.
Congrats.
So nice to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Christoph. Well done. Thank you. All right, and I see our jury is back. So guys, why don't you come on here? Come on, don't be shy. We are all waiting for the announcement of the winner of the FitTech Award. And who is going to be announcing this? Two of you. Awesome. So please come on stage. Come to me. You have a question for me first. Uh-oh.
What's your guess? What did we pick?
I'm neutral here. As much as I can.
Yeah.
I think the friendship one.
Okay, we will find out.
So, tell us about the process. What have you thought about and why have you decided for this particular winner without naming the names?
Funny how it was a very straight discussion from the beginning, and most of the discussion was around the winner. It was then a very clear talking about every startup and saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But then it was very focused really to challenge this decision.
Yeah. And on a personal level, which one I would invest in or someone else would invest in based also on what we know. And yeah, and let's say the impression also we got from the team, not only the solution itself. Yeah, and it was a
5-0.
Yeah, also it was also, like not comparing them, I mean comparing really them between each other, not in the absolute, like in the whole space, but between the one pitch for us, which one would be the best of them?
Okay, I'm very excited. Shall we announce the name?
Yes.
You want to do this? All right, so
Yes.
the winner of the FitTech Award
Goes.
2023 goes to...
Happy.
Yay! Congrats! Ronnie, how do you feel about this?
Actually, guys, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, when I came here, I thought maybe we were a bit out of scope. So because of FitTech, because I said, yeah, okay, it's all about fitness, but I learned today that it's much more about health, actually, and that's a good thing. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the journey with us and voting for us. So that's amazing, and yeah, we will really build a great product and hopefully help as many women as possible. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. Awesome. Mwah. Dankeschön. Thank you, guys. So, I mean, this is exactly the thing. We're here at the FitTech Summit, and who wins is a femtech startup. And why is this? Because all those industries are blending, right? That's all about human health and helping us be better individuals. All right, so actually those are my closing remarks. Thank you so much for being with us. We have food, drinks, music, party, and fun right behind this wall. So let's get the curtain up and let's get the party started. Thank you, guys.